Hi, my name is Bruce Young, and I'll be teaching C.S. Lewis and the Chronicles of Narnia. It'll be Mondays at 1 p.m. I've taught a class for ElderQuest before on Lewis in general, his writings and ideas, but I decided that this time I'd like to do just the Chronicles of Narnia. We'll start with a general introduction to Lewis and his life and writings, but then we'll dive in to the 7 Chronicles of Narnia. So what are the Chronicles of Narnia? Well, they're 7 relatively short fantasy books. It takes about 3 hours to read each one. They're often considered to be for children, but really there's much that adults can gain from them. In fact, Lewis himself said that any really good children's book would be interesting to adults as well. In my opinion, they include some of Lewis's best writing and most important ideas. They're beautifully written, filled with imagination and insight, exciting stories with many moving and inspiring moments. In fact, they might just possibly be my favorite books by C.S. Lewis, even though I do know his work in general very well. They're also filled with symbolism, often related to Lewis's Christian faith. So I'm hoping that you'll actually read the books. That'll help our discussion. And that means you'd need to have copies. And they come in different formats. There's some larger formats and smaller formats. I'm going to be using the ones that I've taught from. I've taught class on Lewis at BYU for many years before I retired. And they look like this. We'll be doing them in the order in which they were originally published. So starting with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, in which the Pevensey children first enter the land of Narnia. Then Prince Caspian, about restoring a true king to the throne. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, beautiful book about a sea voyage to the end of the world. And then The Silver Chair, a fascinating book, takes place mostly underground with a strange supernatural figure who has bewitched a young man. And lots more goes on there. And then The Horse and His Boy, which is interesting because the 2 main characters are not from our world, but from the world of Narnia. A little bit unusual because most of the books have children from our world. And then a sort of prequel, The Magician's Nephew, about the creation of Narnia. And finally, The Last Battle, about the destruction of Narnia and entry into the new Narnia. As you can tell just from those brief introductions, it's a fascinating series of books. As I say, I hope you'll actually read them. We'll have some good discussion, but I'll have a lot to share with you, not only my ideas about the books, but I'll share a little bit about my own visits to Narnia. Not just through reading the books, but, well, you'll find out. I'll explain it when we meet. I'm looking forward to seeing you.